Hello, welcome to Maisha Special Report. My name is Mesh Msimbi, and today I'll be joined by a special guest to help me dissect the topic around Raila's Africa Union Commission chairmanship. So stay tuned. Alright, Raila Odinga's bid for the leadership of the Africa Union Commission's chairmanship will now be led by a joint secretariat through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Prime Cabinet Secretary and Foreign Affairs Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi says his office will work in conjunction with Raila's team to lobby for continental support for the bid. The two leaders expressed confidence in Kenya's bid for the continental seat, basing their stand on what they say was Raila's stellar Pan-African record. Let's have a look. In a significant development for African diplomacy, Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi and former Prime Minister Raila Odinga addressed the media on Wednesday regarding Kenya's candidacy for the Africa Union Commission chairmanship. The joint press briefing highlighted Kenya's strategic approach and strong commitment to advancing African unity and progress on the continental stage. Prime CS Musalia Mudavadi commenced the briefing with expressions of gratitude for the productive discussions with former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, underlining the paramount importance of Kenya's bid for the Africa Union Commission chairmanship.
The Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga for the fruitful meeting and progressive discussions we have had this morning. As you already know, the Right Honorable Raila Odinga is Kenya's candidate for the chairmanship of the African Union Commission in the elections slated for February next year, that is 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, on this, we have a visionary leader to fire up the African Union to greater levels. The Right Honorable Raila is a Pan-Africanist who naturally espouses the think Africa above all.
He reiterated Odinga's candidature for the position in the forthcoming February 2025 elections epitomizes the visionary leadership required to uplift the Africa Union to new heights.
Guiding principle of the AU Commission. Indeed, he holds dear the African Union's ambition of being a people-centered organization. The candidates' experience and leadership philosophy align with the AU's Commission's values of efficiency, professionalism, and respect for diversity. We have no doubt the candidate will pursue excellence in line with the continent's collective aspirations of the Africa we want in 2063, as framed in the AU's development framework of Agenda 2063.
Mudavadi went on to commend President William Ruto for his full endorsement of Raila Odinga's candidacy and his proactive engagement with leaders across the continent.
Let me laud our President, His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, for fully endorsing the candidate and continuing to extensively engage with his counterparts in diverse regions of the continent. So far, our candidature has been positively received. The President has energized our foreign policy, thus successfully positioning our country as a champion of African affairs in the international arena.
Highlighting the significance of Eastern Africa nominating a candidate for the AUC chairmanship, Dr. Mudavadi emphasized the need for strategic planning and effective coordination in Kenya's campaign efforts.
As the Cabinet Secretary for Foreign Affairs, I continue to amplify the President's Track 1 diplomacy by engaging my counterparts across the continent. We do all this for the good of our people, Kenya's national interest, and the prosperity of our continent. Ladies and gentlemen, based on the principle of interregional rotation, this is the time for Eastern Africa to nominate a candidate for the position of African Union Commission chairperson. Therefore, as per the schedule of the AU elections calendar, the deadline for the submission of the regional nominations to the AU Commission is 6th August 2024, 2 months from now.
He outlined the comprehensive campaign strategy, including the establishment of a campaign secretariat by the State Department for Foreign Affairs, outreach programs for AU member states, and preparation for a public debate to be broadcasted live to African citizens 6 months before the election date.
Overall, the campaigns are led by the state with highly experienced and knowledgeable officers. The State Department for Foreign Affairs has established a campaign secretariat which includes the candidate's strategy team. The secretariat will prepare all the briefs for use by the candidate, develop campaign materials, including digital presence, and prepare for the public debate to be broadcast live to African citizens. This will take place 6 months before the election date. Currently, the team is farming up preparatory and application documents together with requisite translations of the resume into 6 AU languages. That is French, English, Kiswahili, Arabic, Portuguese, and Spanish. This should be ready for submission to the AU Secretariat by the end of June 2024.
The Prime CS also underscored the imperative for the African Union to spearhead reforms of international organizations and global financial institutions, advocating for Africa's enhanced representation in core decision-making bodies.
Kenya is certain that our candidate, the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, has credentials and the passion to advocate for Africa's interests globally and champion for more opportunities for Africa and her people.
Meanwhile, the former Prime Minister lauded efforts being made by the government of Kenya to support his bid to become the next African Union Commission chairperson. Odinga said he believes he has all the necessary qualifications to run commission if given a chance, while appreciating the offer of support. He said he was deeply encouraged by the number of senior government officials offering to be part of his journey to AU out of an understanding that he is representing the country and not as a partisan political parties.
We have had a meeting with the Prime Cabinet Secretary and Cabinet Secretary for Foreign and Diaspora Affairs, my brother, Honorable Wycliffe Musalia Mudavadi, who led a team of government officials. This was in regard to my candidacy for the African Union Commission chairmanship. I wish to reiterate the obvious, that I am vying for a position in Africa, not in the government of the Republic of Kenya. But I need the endorsement of the government of Kenya for that African position. At this meeting, we exchanged notes on the state of the quest so far, the preparations from my side and the government side, and the next steps that require to be taken. The Honorable Prime Cabinet Secretary shared with me the situation and levels of preparation and commitment in the government. I have been very encouraged by the number of senior government officials offering to be part of this journey out of an understanding that we are in this as Kenya and not as partisan political parties. I appreciate the offer of support.
Raila and Mudavadi disclosed that an empirical campaign strategy has been developed, including identifying opportunities, challenges, and risks Kenya's candidature might face. The campaign includes outreach programs to capitals of AU member states, briefing of missions abroad, and engagements with diplomatic corps in Nairobi.
I shared with the government team the situation and my levels of preparation from outside the government. I assured the team that on my own, I'm making every effort, tapping into my experience, relationships, and understanding of the continent to win the support of as many nations as I can. With committed and proper coordination between my team and the government, we should be able to clinch the seat.
Their unified message echoed a resounding call for African solidarity and progress, emphasizing the importance of a proactive and strategic AU leadership in addressing the continent's challenges and advancing its collective aspirations. With the full backing of the Kenyan government and the unwavering support of its people, Right Honorable Raila Odinga's candidacy represents not only a testament to his leadership qualities, but also to Kenya's commitment to playing a pivotal role in shaping the future of the continent. As Kenya forges ahead with its campaign, the nation stands poised to make history driven by a shared vision of a prosperous, peaceful, and united Africa under the leadership of Raila Odinga. As the countdown to the AU Commission chairmanship elections begin, all eyes are on Kenya as it embarks on this momentous journey towards a brighter, more prosperous future for Africa and its people. For Special Report, I'm Mesh Msimbi.